Hello, hello, mic check, mic check. Hello, hello, mic check, mic check. Let me lower this. Okay, guys, I hope you guys can hear me. Hello, hello. Can you guys hear me? Yep, I think you can. You guys can hear me. So we have in this series today's game VP versus NAVI. In this bottom lane we have Epileptic Lifestealer and plus that Lias Enchantress versus General and Lena. Roger on the lane. Meanwhile, talking about the mid lane, we have Zeus versus DP. Meanwhile, in the top lane, we have Viper and the Clockwork. So, an off lane Viper for VP. Meanwhile, VTune on his signature Drove Ranger, most likely. So, not much going around. I hope you guys are tuning in. There is not many English casters these days, so I hope you guys enjoy the stream, most likely. So not many action, just epileptic kid in this bottom lane just farming away. He is versus the Mars, so try my best to talk little because my voice hurts if I talk too much. Viper doing Viper things in this top lane, nothing crazy. Meanwhile, mid lane, Zeus clearing up some neutral camps. Is pretty low on mana, so he will have to go back to base. Fortunately, he has a TP. And in this top lane, I'm seeing some action. The Clockwork gets the cogs on, always on the fly. Vengeful Spirit, he is falling pretty low. Do they actually dive in? The poison stings are stacking up 4 poison attacks, and which will secure the first blood for VP. Save with this Clockwork, getting the cogs on this Vengeful Spirit, so a slight miss out of position. Meanwhile, Lena also falling pretty low, but fortunately he TPs back to the tower. And mid lane, nothing much. Both mid laners doing pretty fine. So well, yep. So that means first blood goes to VP. Saves Clockwork coming in clutch. And meanwhile, they are again. Look at this play coming out from VP. Back-to-back pressure. They're just diving the Vengeful Spirit as soon as he TPs, so that is pretty bad for Always Wanna Fly. He doesn't have TP for 60 seconds. That means he will be doing the Walk of Shame. Viper plus this Clockwork doing so much work in this top lane, and Drew is gonna suffer. Well, she is very healthy. They are not putting that much pressure on Drew, fortunately, but that does mean Vengeful Spirit, Always Wanna Fly, has already died 2 times. Meanwhile, Clockwork is rotating in this mid lane. Who does get the bottom runes? Fortunately, DP gets the rune. Is anyone watching? Actually, no one is actually watching, but it's fine. It's fine. We see save again with the rotations. Fortunately, VTune is aware about him, spotted by the ward, so thankfully he will escape successfully. Meanwhile, in this bottom lane, yep, the nice dodge to the stun. Lena is getting pressured, but they don't have enough damage to actually get the kill. I see pings coming out in this top lane. VTune, he does have the TP, but he is rooting back. Does Clockwork actually make it? No, he doesn't. He's actually too far away. Man, if that TP had been cancelled, it would have been rough for VTune. Fortunately, they don't. So he is stacking up, hitting the neutrals. Meanwhile, bounty runes going most likely 2 for 2. Yep, 2 for 2 most likely. And top lane is constant harass coming in this top lane. Like, bottom lane is not that much pressured by anyone. No one has ever actually died in this bottom lane. Meanwhile, top lane, I see some actions again. Always Wanna Fly has to be very careful on how he approaches the lane, because he might get cogged again, which will pretty much guarantee the kill on the Venge. So she has to be careful. So observer words for both team in this jungle. Meanwhile, I see again in this top lane, Clockwork, he is just running ahead. Like, Benji doesn't have the boot, but do they actually have the damage this time around? She is baiting him, but another poison stack. So Venge continue to getting pressured. She is continuously getting pressured. Continue to bring pressure. Meanwhile, DP did actually rotate to this bottom lane with that invis rune, but fortunately there was a sentry for VP to scout that out. So things working out for VP. Meanwhile, again we see some pressure on this V-Tune top, and the Zeus ultimate Thundergor's Wrath will secure, and even the kill on the Venge. So this top lane is going really bad for Navi, and pretty awesome for VP getting back-to-back kills. Also Zeus with the Thundergod Wrath kill on that Drow Ranger, slowing down V-Tune's game. So this top lane, I don't know how they fix this lane. They are not rotating many heroes. Fortunately, they are tipping in the range again, and I see Iceberg is pretty alone in this bottom bounty rune area. He does pop the exorcism, also the Clockwork. He is falling pretty low, but same thing for DP. She is siphoning up, but Zeus will guarantee the kill on the DP. So that is a wasted exorcism. They do get the trade-off on the Viper plus the Clockwork, but they lose the precious mid laner who was doing decent until this. So that was a wasted exorcism as well. So mind you that they don't have exorcism for the next fight. So this is not good for Navi. Already 6-2, 8 minutes into the game. So what do they actually do? And Drow is not a fast hero. She needs time until the mid game, and if the early game goes this out of control, I don't know how hard V-Tune can actually carry his team. And Clockwork continuously putting pressure on this Drow Ranger, and yep, VP are gonna gather around this top tower. Do Navi actually defend? We do see General TPing in, but is this a good fight? He is wrapping very far from the behind, actually misses the spear onto the Viper, so that doesn't guarantee the immediate kill. I mean, Iceberg, he had wrapped around from the behind, but gets cogged and bursted by the supports. And we are seeing the TP rotations from the Lina, but look at this, JPK has rotated and is pressuring V-Tune, and the rocket actually scouts out the V-Tune, almost securing the kill on this Navi carry, and that is devastating for Navi, losing 4 heroes just for a Viper trade-off. General, I don't know, he actually missed the spear and the kill was delayed for a lot. And Iceberg back-to-back deaths again, not working out. Just rotations to this top lane, like he tried to wrap around from behind, but the cogs and the 2 supports of Navi just punching DP and killing him. She didn't have actually exorcism, and looks like Navi wanna trade with this bottom tower. Lifestealer is farming safely. Epileptic Kid is pretty fat. He is farming at an incredible pace, and look at this Zeus network. Like he has got so many kills. 5 kills for Zeus. GPK is an absolute monster. We don't have anyone watching the stream, so that's a Phil Spadman, but it's okay. And another kill on this mid lane. We are seeing heroes from Navi looking to defend this mid tower. General, he does have the arena, but yeah, it looks like an easy tower for VP. So they are taking so much of the map. They are getting the map control, and even yeah, save just pings out. They wanna take over this area from Navi. Like yeah, just cornering Navi in a tight spot. Like fortunately, VTune he is protected around the heroes. He does have the Venture on him to save, but yeah, always on a fly. Still not level 6 for that swap. He will get level 6 after this creep wave, but look at this draw, how underfarmed she is. Like no. How much can she actually do, and what do VP actually wanna do with this time? No heroes from Navi are actually showing up to the lane besides General, and is might this be a bait? General is the top network from his team, so yeah, if he dies here it will look very bad for VP. But Navi are farming safely, I see. And look at this bottom lane. Save just getting on top of Roger, but he is right clicking down the clockwork pretty hard, and Lina, she is retreating. She has TP, so yeah, not so bad for Navi. Meanwhile, Navi are trying to take control of their jungle, but scouted up by this enchanted Alpha Wolf from the Enchantress. So VP are not looking to fight because they are spread around, like very spreaded around in this map. The observer was actually doesn't spot well. They are smoked up, so do they get any pickup? They see Iceberg in this middle and clearing out some creep waves, so do they actually go for it? Save with the hookshot on this Venge, again catching the Venge, and she can't actually do anything, so an easy kill for VP again. Vichun is farming the creep waves. Meanwhile, Roger is pushing this bottom lane, trying to relieve some pressure. So we will have to wait and watch. Is someone watching the stream? I hope so. 2 people watching. Yeah, wherever you are, thank you, man, for watching. I need some moral support. Yeah. So it's looking very rough for Navi. 12 to 3, almost 13 minutes in the game, and yeah, 3k lead for VP. Fortunately, Drew has finished the Dragonlance, so yeah, maybe something. Meanwhile, look at this Juice, how farmed he is. GPK on this Juice almost has the eggs, only 400 gold short. And meanwhile, and yeah, General is farming this bot lane. Neutrals hitting some neutrals. TP he has completed the Yule's scepter, so that might be something. Meanwhile, General going for a blink dagger for that extra catch, and all the heroes of Navi are very poor, I have to say. Let me open the window for some extra air, and I see some. Yep, they get the slow from the Viper on this General Mars, and yep, this looks like pretty much dead General. The pickoff coming out from VP, looking nice. The Draw Ranger is trying to go for that PKP. Meanwhile, Venge is suffering a lot. So many deaths on always on a fly, 5 deaths, and he even gets caught by the Zeus, and she is retreating. Meanwhile, Zeus has completed the Aghanim Scepter, so this is a very fat Zeus. Meanwhile, we see a catch on the V-Tune Draw Ranger, and oh no, this looks already over for Navi. Like, well, they do wrap around this secret sub, and they do manage to get a kill on the GPK Zeus, the exorcism is actually popped, so now we are looking to fight. They get to the stun on Clockwork, and look at this. VP heroes are falling low with this exorcism. The Viper, even the Viper is falling low. Do they actually manage to get the kill? Supports are coming from Navi. General also rotating in, but doesn't manage to get anything. So finally something for Navi. They managed to get on top of that actually. So while the heroes were like, while VP were trying to kill Drow, they actually got the pickup on the Zeus with, yeah. So finally something for Navi. And after that they popped the exorcism and managed to get extra 2 kills on the Viper plus the Clockwork. So beautiful plays coming from Navi when they are this far behind. And look at this network. The DP has almost caught with the Zeus, so this is good. Meanwhile Vichun, he is suffering a lot and is far away from his BKB. Meanwhile, what is DP Iceberg going for? He is also going for the next item, BKB. Well, we haven't looked at the heroes of VP for a while, so Epileptic Kid, he is playing pretty passive, is going for that Manta because there are multiple silence on the side of Navi. Meanwhile Zeus going for the Blink Tagger for that mobility. Meanwhile save again, hookshot on the bench. He actually managed to get the missile, so he is not gonna fall immediately. And I see a silence, even the arena onto Zeus, and look at this Zeus, he can be saved. And they also managed to get the kill on the Viper. And Epileptic Kid, he is falling pretty low. He is looking for some in-press play, but no, there is no hero around. And look at this, guys, like the plays coming out from Navi. And yeah, Iceberg, unfortunate. He was trying to cancel the TP with the use, but managed to use himself. But the turnaround play is coming from Navi in clutch. Like Lifestealer, he tried to retreat and was like asking his team to infest, but unfortunately there were no heroes around him to save himself. So, and Arena from General and that Blink Dagger coming in clutch, getting the kill on the Zeus plus the Viper, who are the top networks for VP, even the Lifestealer. So that pushes Vichun at the top. He managed to be up, and he is totally back in the game. Almost has completed the Blink Dagger, I mean the BKB. So beautiful plays coming out from Napi and some sloppy mistakes coming out from VP, totally throwing their lead. It was a 3k lead and it's almost an even game right now. 18 minutes into the game now. What are VP looking to do? So yeah, I almost thought this game was actually over, but no, it's completely turned around. And Vichin, we have seen him pull out some incredible plays in the late game as well. So if this game actually managed to get to the late game, it's gonna be hard for VP to push high ground, even kill this draw. Well, they do have the Clockwork and he is going for the Solar Crest. Meanwhile Viper is finally making that Blade Mail. Kid is still far away from his Manta style. So, and GPK, he needs this Blink Dagger because, yeah, for that mobility, because they are gonna look for him in the team fights. Like, he is gonna be that prime target. Well, they are gonna trade up the towers and the smoke come out from Navi. Smokes come out from Navi. They managed to take the mid tower, and look at this play. Fortunately Navi do have the ward, so if they fight in this area, it's most likely gonna favor VP. And yep, Clockwork save, popping, revealing the smoke, and VP are gonna retreat as they have been spread out pretty far from each other. And what are Navi looking to do? They are still smoked up and looking to fight, and there are some things coming on the ropes. The Nimbus doesn't actually manage to scout out the heroes of Navi. So yeah, So who else is watching? Is anyone watching? Nope, just one guy watching. Sad kick. So Roger, in general, he has the invis rune, which is scouted out by the sentry, and pings are coming out from VP. They know general is lurking in the area, and do they actually wait for? Yep, Clockwork is standing in the high ground waiting for general, but no. But look at this. Fortunately, yeah, Navi have beautiful wards around the jungle, revealing so much area, and they even managed to get a deep ward in the enemy triangle. So this is gonna be, yep. So they are careful not to push in some waves, because they don't see any VP hero, and now they finally see them. So what do Navi or VP actually do now? So Iceberg, he has finished that BKB, and Roger also the Youth Scepter. V-Tune farming very fast, top of the network, is going for that Hurricane Pipe next item, the classic, the almost the most common item for the Drow Ranger. Meanwhile, what is General trying to go at? Almost every core of Navi going for the, yeah, all three cores of Navi going for that BKB. Meanwhile, VP were trying to hit Roche for a while, but they have retreated. So the Thunder God's Red reveals the hero of Navi, and yeah, a quick smoke coming out, and save. Look at the save. He does have the haste, but immediately purged out by the use, and it looks like an easy kill. And do VP actually want to fight? The arena lands on the Zeus and managed to get him again. He did have the blink there, unable to escape, and look at this, Epileptic Kid also being carried around. Navi General is pretty low, but the Exorcism plus the BKB, a 3-man hookshot, and the Cog trapping every hero of Navi. What a play coming out from Clockwork, catching everyone. A 3-man hookshot and a Cog completely turning around the fight. Epileptic Kid was falling low, and only Iceberg surviving, and do they chase for more? The buyback coming in clutch from VP save, and yeah, Iceberg is looking for a turnaround. Epileptic Kid gets the slow. The Iceberg is saving up, but clutch plays coming out from VP. The buyback completely turning around that fight. A 3-man hookshot into a Cogs, catching everyone. Even though they get the pick off on the Zeus so easily, Navi unable to win that team fight. Yeah, and yeah, what a player. VP save with that buyback. Like Navi, that looked perfect for Navi. Getting the first, getting the pick off on Zeus before the team fight, and still managing to lose it. So incredible plays coming out from VP. So still both teams in the game. It looks like a game for anyone at this point. General, he is farming some creep waves, gets the blink dagger, so they won't be able to pick him off. Now what is Navi looking to do? Like, they even had the BKBs, but still managed to get on top of this draw plus the DP. So they have to find a way to win this team fight, and I hear a hookshot onto, and it is onto this Roger Lina, and it's gonna be a pretty easy kill. The combo Cogs into Nimbus, that pretty much means Roche time. Well, Navi, do they actually give it? Roger does have buyback, and General, he is running towards the Roche pit, but is it too late? Pings are coming out from Navi, but it's this Roche fight. They can't fight this, or do they actually go for it? Iceberg is charging around, but the Roche has already been picked up for Epileptic Kid. This lifestealer, he is turning into a monster. Has almost he is closing on that AC for that extra armor, but Drow Draw has managed, VTune has managed to finish the Hurricane Pipe and is going for that butterfly. So we will have to wait and watch who has the edge on the team fight. General, he is still 1,000 gold away from his BKB. Meanwhile, Epileptic Kid playing very far ahead. So yeah, meanwhile, Always Wanna Fly has finished the Claimer Cape, so yep, that extra save. And if this game goes late game, I don't know how VP is gonna get on top of this draw, who is gonna be a late game beast. And look at this, they managed to get the use onto the Viper, also the use plus the Scepter, and yep, Spear, I mean not Scepter, an easy kill. The Nimbus also committed, but won't be enough. Well, Epileptic Kid did manage to bottle up the DD and is infested inside the save clockwork, and they are taking the outpost. So do they want to actually fight this? They are Navi VP looking to fight in their ward, and the hooks are onto the DP, and it's an easy kill with the DD. She didn't even get a chance to pop her BKB, so it's gonna be a free tower. So VP making some plays, although their Viper is already dead. So we see Epileptic Kid, another Thundergod's Wrath, revealing the heroes of Navi, and they are all, most of them are in base beside this Roger. He did manage to finish his 4 staff. He was going for that Aether lens but decided not to. And yep, VP are looking to get this bottom towers. The AC completed for Epileptic Kid and is going for that Scary. Meanwhile, Vijun, how far is he from? Yep, he is ditching the butterfly and also going for a Scary for that extra tankiness. Meanwhile, Icebug still not sure on what to buy, has 2,000 gold saved up, and General, he actually went for that Hood of Defiance for that extra resistance against the magic damage. And judging by the lineup of VP, there is a lot of magic damage, so yeah, obviously General will be making that pipe, I'm pretty sure. And DP actually went for the Blink Dagger for that catch and the Zeus, and Zeus, he actually made he went for the use and is smoked off. Meanwhile, Viper DM has completed the Solar Crest for, and again the same play, save, and Epileptic Kid, this lifesteal inside this clockwork. He did manage to see the Lina TPing, but unfortunately won't get anyone. Even the Nimbus committed, and applying her hook shot actually missed. And all heroes of Navi are inside their base, so yeah. Well, they do have the ward on this high ground which scouts out VTune, but unfortunately VP aren't in that area. So what do they actually do? And as soon as they see VP pushing in this mid, they immediately group up and retreat as 5. And Zeus actually went for that Aether lens, back to Aether lens. He is pretty far from his team. Like Navi, their main goal is to get on top of this Zeus other than anything. That's why maybe Iceberg went for this Blink Dagger. And yeah, let's see how the team fight actually plays off. Save actually going for the Ghost Scepter and the Axe next item, and teams grouping up near this triangle. And again, General, oh my god, they got the hook shot on. It's fortunately the bench, and yeah, the save, he is falling low and he forces out the BKB from the draw range, and meanwhile DP, he does pop the exorcism and a 3-man arena, beautifully done by General. He is BKB, but the Viper Strike comes out from onto this iceberg here, but he is very tanky with his Siphon also, plus the BKB, and VP are trying to retreat. Ability Kid, he still has the Aegis, and I mean, he doesn't have the Aegis actually, and they left iceberg to his own, and he gets actually taken down. So Navi, some questionable plays and miscommunication, I guess, because they didn't decide to actually fight, and iceberg was alone in that fight. And yeah, they did trade off, they did manage to kill save, but this combo from VP, Life Stealer plus the Clockwork, working beautifully for VP. They just get on top of heroes and they can't actually do anything. So VTune still far away from his Guardi, and also trying to get that Manta style. So what do VP actually do? The Roche is still almost 2 minutes away from spawning back, and they didn't even have the Aegis. So although Navi actually timed that Aegis to expire, they didn't get the fight they wanted. They didn't get the pick off on Zeus because he was miles away, remind you. And with this save Clockwork, he is doing most of the heavy lifting for Navi, just going in, getting pickoffs, and yep, Navi not getting the team fight they actually want. And VTune, he is pretty far ahead. That is managed, doesn't actually get gone on, and I see pings coming out in this bottom lane. General is pushing the wave, and yep, he does have the pipe completed. Oh my god, look at this play coming out from GPK. He predicted, like perfectly predicted, and a nice dodge of the hook shot. But yeah, this pretty much looks like an easy kill for VP, but it doesn't actually look like it. He did manage to and look at General, he dives the fountain of VP. I don't know why he popped his VKB. Like GPK coming in clutch, like actually he predicted where General would blink and managed to cancel the TP with the Nimbus just around the corner, like just around the edge. And look at this, Zeus with an Arcane Rune bottle up. Unfortunately, Roche is still 1.5 minutes away from spawning, and VP, they want to fight. Navi don't have the Mars, and yep, they are playing super safe, just on the high ground of this mid tier 3 tower. They don't want to get picked off while their Mars is still dead, so they are playing it super safe. So save unfortunately won't get any pick off, and VP won't get any pick off from their smoke. And General is spawning in a while, so yeah, Navi might look to move out from the base. And what do Navi actually go for? They are looking, I think they want to go for the smoke. They clear the mid wave, and yep, smoked pop. There is a DD in this bottom lane. Do they actually manage to see it? VP also gathering up in their high ground. They see, Zeus. GPK still has the Thunder God Sword, so blink into use on this Clockwork. Is there any follow-up? There is some heavy damage coming out from this throw with a DD, almost killing this save in 2 hits. And Navi are rushing to the high ground, but good defending coming out from VP, not letting Navi invade the high ground. And a reactive smoke, or no, that wasn't a smoke. And yep, Epileptic Kid jumps in, GP save. Hookshot actually doesn't manage to hit anyone, and General is still looking around to fight. Oh, he actually managed to get the rune. So DD for just a little while. The Nimbus onto the high ground. Yep, and it's an easy kill. And look at this wraparound. Iceberg is getting gone. He is caught up. Fortunately, he does have the BKB, but no. Oh, he actually managed to kill save on this clock. Also the Viper, and look at the ability to hit. He doesn't have a rage. He does have the Manta style. He has he doesn't manage to realize buybacks coming out from VP, and look at the damage coming out from V-Tune on the Store Ranger. Holy shit! They got on top of Zeus. Although VP coming from the long wraparound behind didn't actually manage to get the kill on this Iceberg DB, and he still has the exorcism. Remind you, he still has the ult. Like with this BKB managing to win the team fight, and 3 buybacks committed from VP, and if they don't get anything, it will look very bad for VP. So exorcism popped, the Nimbus committed, also the break coming out from this DP, and she's actually forced up in the wrong direction, and General also falling low. So both teams doing the same mistake again. Drow is forced up away, but Viper is looking for the chase to Zeus. And yep, V-Tune, he is being kited around. He doesn't have the BKB for another 3 seconds, which manages to get the kill. So VP gets something like best thing. They got 2 core kills off NAVI with the 3 buybacks. So dog is barking in the background. So what the fuck? Let me close my window. Hi guys, for those who are watching, welcome to the stream. Yep, VP save again, getting the pick off on this bench again and again. So although VP heavily commit with the buybacks, they get the pick off they wanted. They got the kill on this DP plus the Drow. So yeah, even Venge and Drow, V-Tune, he has buyback, but most likely he won't be committing for the buyback. And this life stealer, he is turning into that late game beast. Does use the Manta to dispel the silence. Spears does also come out, and NAVI, they did commit the repair kit and will actually manage to get the tower. Yep. And since V-Tune is respawning, the VP retreat. 3 people watching Bog. Welcome guys. I will be streaming if you watch. That is, if you watch, I will be streaming in English for some amateur casting. So yep, it's looking bad for NAVI in this game. Back and forth for both teams. VP now have a 6k advantage, 5k gold advantage, 38 minutes into the game. General, he has the BKB plus the pipe, is saving almost 1.5k gold, isn't sure what to buy. Meanwhile, Iceberg is going for the Shiva's Guard for that extra tankiness. Meanwhile, Iceberg, he is buying some small items like Yasha. He didn't, and is trying to complete that Manta style finally, and did went for the casual Crystallis for that extra crit chance and damage. And who else? Save still underfarmed. He doesn't have actually anything besides the Glimmer Cape, the usual. Poison 5, Sacrifice, Venge Spirit. Meanwhile, Roger, he does have the Aether Lens completed and is trying to go for that Aghanim's build. Meanwhile, judging and looking at VP's item, this Lifestealer has again bottled up a double damage. Meanwhile, VP DM Viper has completed the BKB plus the first half and also the cheese. And they didn't actually give the cheese to the Zeus, so he is going for the refresher. Is almost, yep, only 7,700 gold far ahead. And look at this save, actually managed to get the hookshot on VP, and so much damage coming out from VP, but a beautiful swap coming out from Always Wanna Fly, saving Iceberg. He is falling pretty low by the Viper Strike, but fortunately will manage to survive the pipe, saving Iceberg. So a beautiful, beautiful swap onto the DP. So that initiation wasn't clutch, like VP save hitting those hook shot on that prime target. And look at this play again, back to back hook shots. Vichun doesn't actually pop the BKB now. He is forced to VP save. He did manage to get out, but look at this Iceberg. I mean, Epileptic Kid, he is far ahead. But yeah, so yeah, so this time around, Navi, they don't have the BKB on almost every core besides general. So this fight is gonna be rough. And look at this Clockwork. He has the hook shot again, and Lifestealer, he is infested. And yep, that again I see. Yep, it's looking rough. Maybe they are jumping in, but the turnaround, Navi are responding with that exorcism, and they are most likely gonna leave shade. Yep, and do they chase for more? Iceberg, he is pretty far ahead from his team and he's chasing the heroes. He did commit the BKB plus his exorcism, so do we actually gonna go for a turnaround save this time, playing very aggressive. He did land the hook shot, but fortunately Navi played beautifully around it, managed to get the kill on the Clockwork and also save their heroes. So VP just gonna back off to farm. Meanwhile, yeah, Epileptic Kid actually TP'd to base when he was full health. He suspected that the heroes of Navi were missing, so he backed off. And Roche, talking about Roche, it's still pretty far, almost 3 minutes left before Roche spawns, and Radiant doesn't actually manage to get scan on anyone. So Illusionscape dropped for Navi, so the throw might actually pick it, or I don't know. Iceberg has finally completed the Shiva's guard, and Roger is still far away from his Agnum Scepter. And General still hasn't decided what to buy. 2.6k gold in his backpack. Meanwhile, Iceberg, Vichun, he finally has the Manta completed, but doesn't have gold for buyback. So this is a risky play coming out from Vichun. He is not saving for that buyback and he's going all in. So this next team fight is most likely gonna determine who is gonna win this game. Meanwhile, Epileptic Kid has finished the MKB, so that the evasion from Dro is not gonna come. The mischance from the Gust is not gonna work. Even as the Skadi completed. Meanwhile, GPK, he doesn't actually have the refresher. The Thundergod Rat Scouts reveals the heroes of Navi, and BB save, he is far ahead, and so quickly they take down the Venge. And Roger, he is alone in this area, like there is no one there. He's all alone, even though he has the purge from Magic Lamp, but it won't be enough to save him. Meanwhile, General did manage, just barely did manage to get out. The Nimbus also almost catching him. He does have the gem, so yep, they did manage to save the gem. And yeah, VP managed to force out the buyback from Roger. This Drow Ranger, although Vichun is very fat, is very farmed, and is going for the Daedalus. This Clockwork VP save doing so much heavy lifting for VP. Like going in, getting the pickoffs. And we haven't seen Viper in a while. He is going for that Agnum Scepter, 4,000 gold in his pocket. And Enchantress is also found. VP save, has the Ghost Scepter and is going for that Agnum Scepter. And look at Navi, they are not afraid now. They are finally moving out of the base. They are looking for some farm. They will manage to get the 45-minute bounty runes. GPK has the refresher this time around, going for the boots of travel. He has 4 people watching Pog. Okay guys, you're making me happy. Thank you for watching. Be sure you sub, and we see a 5v5 again. Epileptic Kid infested inside this clockwork, but the rocket fit didn't actually manage to get anyone. And look at this, it's Roche time. The Roche is up, and Navi, do they actually fight this? Yep, it looks like they don't give a damn about this Roche, but am I wrong? They are smoking up, but this Roche is too fast, and Zeus has a refresher start, so multiple ultimates will be coming in play. Meanwhile, Vichun has completed the Daedalus, and yep, he isn't saving for any buyback. Iceberg, yep, he is saving 2k gold. Roger still far away from his blink dagger. And what is General building? General also saving 3.6k gold, doesn't know what to buy. Zeus has the refresher shard. Epileptic Kid is pretty farmed, has 5k gold in his backpack, and look at the damage coming on from the Navi lineup. The Aegis gets taken out from the hands of what a great hookshot coming out from Save on the black and catching both the heroes, but Navi General also jumping in the front line. Actually only managed to get the Enchantress, so yeah, Navi do the chase from it looks like they followed multiple ultis. So yeah, luckily BP only losing their supports and did manage to get the cores out. Although it was a beautiful hookshot from Save, there was no follow-up sadly. And Zeus, even he used the refresher shot, and we are looking. The casters did talk about, the analysts did talk about this Venge plus this Drow combo. So much damage. The Lives Leader, although he had the Manta, like he couldn't hit the racks. Like the Aegis just was taken away from him in just 2 seconds. So yeah. The Aegis was taken away. This Drow is turning into that late game monster, even with the Illusion's Cape. Almost level 25, and yep, that is scary. With that 30% cooldown reduction, like Hurricane Pipe, PKB plus Manta Style, so much usage. Also the Illusion's Cape will be coming in handy. Meanwhile, Lifestealer, I don't know what he actually goes for. Now he has 6k gold in his backpack. GPK is going for that Octarine core. Meanwhile, Viper, he has completed the eggs. Save is still far away from his eggs. And Enchantress also has 3k gold, saving for that Lotus Orb. And what about General? He finishes the full AC, isn't saving for buyback, so yeah, that's a little bit risky, but General, he does want to play with risk. Lena Roger is still 1k still 1000 gold left for his Agnum Scepter, and Iceberg also going for that Octarine core. The Drow Vichun is almost level 25, is looking for some XP, and yep, he gets the level 25 and yep, goes for the 30% cooldown reduction, so which will be very useful. And both cores from the teams unsure of their next item, the item that wins them this game, or is it gonna be the play? Well, there is no Aegis, there is no Roshan, so yep, both teams just delaying the game, doesn't want to go commit anything. Can you hear me? Hello, hello, hello. Yep, I think you can hear me. Yep, and what do we see? The hook shot onto the Vengeance Switch. He is getting taken in very quickly, and Exorcism actually popped from Iceberg. He wants to chase for more. If the BKB gets popped, even the buyback coming out from Vengeful Spirit, the DM, the Viper, he is falling pretty low, but did actually manage to get out 4k HP Viper. This Viper is pretty beefy boy, but they did manage to get the pick off on this Enchantress. So the buyback was actually forced from who did buyback? From the Venge. So they did manage to get the kill on this Enchantress. So the trade-off of the position 5s. So that fight actually favored VP, because they even committed the exorcism. Well, it's only 70 seconds before it's again up. So yeah, this game almost already 50 minutes into the game, 7 key lead for VP. The score is 32 to 22. I'm fixing my mic. Is it fine? I hope so. Sorry for being AFK. And we see the rocket blade, the general aggressively bringing in and getting the spear, but there was the life to the infest. Unfortunately, he did have the BKB in the swamp comes out, and Iceberg, he wants to go for more. He doesn't have the exorcism, and buybacks come out from the Enchantress. Again, always on a fly, getting picked off. He is falling very low. The hookshot actually misses, and Roger is controlling the clockwork. And meanwhile, in the backline, Enchantress is punching this Mars. The arena does get fouled off, and what is happening? Multiple buybacks coming out. They did manage to get the kill on this Viper, and buybacks back to back, 2 buybacks forced out from VP, and Iceberg, he is all alone. VTune actually left him 3 seconds for exorcism, but won't be getting that. And even Roger, he is falling low. So NAVI lose 4 heroes for the exchange of buybacks from the Viper and the Clockwork. VTune questioning, he didn't actually want to fight. He TP'd away. So I don't know. He was not that low. I mean, he should have fight, I guess, but yeah, some miscommunication most likely, and they managed to force the buyback from Iceberg plus Roger. So this game, again, like I said, back and forth, both teams, and saves with the hook shots. And that fight, I don't know who won them. It's most likely NAVI. It was a winning fight for them. I think so. But Vichin actually TP'd away. He is staying very far away. Fortunately, has the buyback, and pings are coming out. Does Save actually want to go for this? And look at this, VP actually get the pick off on this Fusion Drow Ranger. He is unable to do anything, and they managed to force out the buybacks. Vision aggressively TP'd away, but VP easily retreat. There is no catch on the heroes from NAVI. So yeah, the winning condition has arrived. If they manage to get the kill on either DP, I mean, looking at the buyback status, no one has actually buyback besides the life stealer. So if they manage to get the kill on either Drow or the Dead Prophet, it's almost game over. And it's also the same story the other way around. If they actually manage to kill VP heroes, they don't have buyback. So this might be the last fight, but do they actually want to go for this? Roche is still, yep, it's 2 minutes away from respawning. So it is a late Roche, and there is a DD. Oh my god, look at this epileptic kid, what a guy. He has managed to get so many DD runes bottled up, has 7.5k gold in his backpack. Meanwhile, GPK also pretty farmed, has the Octarian core already completed, and yep, almost everyone is 5 slotted in this game. DM on this Viper going for that Seavis guard, and a pause comes out. So let's see the items of the players while we wait. Enchantress. So the Lotus Orb is finally coming for him. Meanwhile, Vichun, he doesn't. He committed for the buyback, so he doesn't have that much gold. What does he actually buy next item? Probably a satanic or something like that for that extra sustain. And yeah, this hookshot's always wanna fight the Venge, unable to save this draw. That last team fight forcing the buyback from Bichun and Iceberg. Look at his items. It almost looks like he doesn't have anything. That like the net worth is very low for him. Fine. Luckily, Roger has completed his Aghanim Scepter and General. What did he actually bought? Yep, he bought the AC. So 6 people watching. Welcome, guys. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully, I won't get copy striked or something like that. And I know we can put the English casters, but we will immediately get banned if I do so. So you might be wondering why there are no English casters on YouTube these days. So it is because almost every one of them, besides the guys who stream and cast by themselves, are getting banned by the organizers of this tournament. So back to the game, we see a smoke coming out from Navi. This might just be the decider. Hope thankfully the cores of VP do have buyback. By that I mean the Zeus and the Lifestealers. And yeah, both teams were completely wrong about their positions, completely opposite of the map, invading each other's triangle for some farm. Yep, so both teams mirroring their moves actually. And Roche, Roche still 30 seconds for respawn. The rocket flare actually spots out the heroes of Navi. They smoke up again. Like VP, no, Navi are missing. They are looking for that huge turnaround. And what do they actually get? Do they actually manage to get someone? Look at the buyback status. Only the Zeus plus the lifesteal. And look at this. Save actually reveals the smoke onto General, but rest of them are smoked again, and they are rushing back to the base. Do we see anyone? Yuku's on the sledge, and VP not actually deciding to go for that fight. They had the hook shot. Most likely they are waiting for that Roche, and the enchanted creep actually spots out the Roche. We see a Nimbus revealing the heroes of Navi, and I see a blink. The use immediately use on the pocket. The lifestealer is infested and fight are going on. Viper is too far ahead. Off the BKB is glimmered up, and General he is chasing for more. Fights going around everywhere. Two hook shot onto DP as well. The Vents were cleaning up the heroes on the backline. They didn't manage to get the kill on the Viper, and Arena is popped. And look at this ability kid just charging in. Vichuno actually turns around with that BKB and the two-man LSA. Roger coming in, plus the use does get popped up by the on the Zeus, saving B-Tune actually. And what is happening this fight? And GPK, he has stepped in too far ahead, so they did manage to get that pick off, the exchange for Iceberg. Both teams losing the mid laners, and they don't have buyback. So what do Navi actually do? They can go for Roche. Fortunately, GPK he does have buyback, so do they actually force the buyback from the Zeus? We have to wait and watch. I see some team fight again. Did they actually manage to get one? General, he is far ahead very much. They did actually manage to force out the buyback from the Zeus, but in return they secure the kill on General. He has buyback, but Iceberg he doesn't, so he immediately buybacks. And yep, Ability Kid is just punching on this Roche. 9k gold in his backpack, and mind you, he's the only one who has buyback, so he is gonna play aggressive. No one except Lifestealer and now the Venge has buyback. It is on cooldown. It's not even the matter of gold, and Navi, they don't want to take that risk. They don't want to contest, so that means free everything. So who gets who takes the eggs? So eggs for Enchantress, I guess. or life stealer. What does life stealer axe actually do? So axe, no one actually taking the axe for now. I mean, yeah. So it is gonna be on that life stealer. Remind you, this might just be the final fight for VP. I mean Navi, they don't have buyback. Only Epileptic Kid has buyback. So they have to be very careful on how they approach this fight. Like Vichun, he has turned into the big bad Joe Ranger late game, but he is not committing his gold. Still 1.5 minutes left for his buyback. So Navi, I mean VP, they don't know about this, so they won't be able to capitalize on that. Meanwhile, GPK actually went for that Bloodstone, for that extra heal from the Bloodstone. Has the Timeless Relic, so that extra magic damage. Let me see chat if anyone. 7 people watching. Yeah, guys, welcome to the stream. And we see tier 5 items finally, and god damn, they get a good one. They managed to get the Stygian Desolator, even Ballista. Oh my lord, this game is gonna be hype, man, super hype. They managed to get the Ballista and they have a Draw Ranger, so it's been I've never actually watched a game with a Draw Ballista. Even the Stygian Desolator, who actually gets the Stygian. Yep, it's gonna be on general. I mean, for Navi, what did they actually get? They did get the Seer Stone, I presume, and the Fallen Sky. So yeah, even Zeus with this Seer Stone, a cast range. Look at this blink range. Like, look at this. The Seer Stone and the Fallen Sky and a pirate hat for the Life Stealer. So finally, tier 5 items. Holy shit, he has the moonset completed as well. So who actually took the Fallen Sky? It's gonna be on the Clockwork to close that gap, so that he can get on top. And oh my god, an Ex Machina, it's an item which refreshes everything. They gave that to Viper. Meanwhile, only 2 neutral items for the side of Navi. They haven't been able to go out of base. Luckily, Roger was able to clear some camps just after the 60-minute marks. So Ballista on Draw. Look at this. I want to see this attack range. I really want to do. And the attack speed from this Lifestealer is gonna be barbaric. Even the Seer Stone from Zeus. And guys, look at this range from Draw Ranger. He hits like a sniper. What the fuck? Holy shit. Stygian still. Navi haven't got the rest of the 2 neutral items for their team. They haven't been able to go outside base. Seer Stone for Zeus for that extra cast range. It's actually 350 cast range, bonus cast range, and Ballista gives you plus 250 attack range. So this draw is gonna be pretty far behind, and it's gonna be rough. It's gonna be totally up to save this Clockwork to close that gap between the Joe Ranger. And with this Fallen Sky pick off, it's gonna be much easier for Save to get on top of heroes. And Navi, they managed to delay out this game, so almost everyone has buyback. I mean, Iceberg, he soon has buyback. General still, he doesn't have buyback for another 3 minutes, so that is an issue. But rest of the team, almost every hero besides General and GPK on his juice has buyback. So yeah, this guy's an epileptic kid. He is looking for the Daedalus. Actually, he has almost 10k gold in his backpack. So this game is gonna be a long one. Look at that attack range from Draw Ranger. 63 minutes into the game, the score is 44 to 26. VP with a 28,000 gold lead. This game is looking rough. And late game, guys, late game Zeus and late game Draw Ranger. Epileptic Kid actually went for the BKB, and judging by the items, GPK still not level 30. Almost, he hasn't bought anything. Almost 4.3k gold, and they actually gave the Fallen Sky 2 Viper and Ex Machina for the Clockwork, and the Lotus Owl. Judging by items of Navi, Draw Ranger V-Tune 27 level, hasn't bought anything as well. He has the buyback 10k gold. I don't know, he should be buying the Satanic, but I think it's not enough for his buyback. And always on the fly, still poor, and Iceberg also. I haven't seen him buy another item. He has 3.6k gold in his backpack. Roger going for that blink dagger, and yep, General also 3.3k. He has the Stygian Desolator, but yep, Navi, they haven't been able to go outside base to get that extra, the rest of the neutral items, tier 5 neutral items. I mean, VP, they have nicely placed ward on around the map, around the jungle, so that Navi won't be able to get outside base. But look at this range from this draw. And talking about Roche, it's still not up for another 2 minutes or so, and yep, Navi are impatient. They wanna go for, yep, they are invading the jungle so that they can get that. Yep, and with this, look at the damage from this Draw Ranger. With this knockback from Ballista, it's almost a sniper Draw Ranger. I forgot that the Ballista gave knockback, and what do Navi get? They managed to get a pirate head. So who is it gonna be on? So yeah, Roger actually going to take that pirate head, and still one tier 5 item remaining for Navi. So they took the risk of going to the jungle to get that items, and it did pay off. They didn't actually manage to get any picked off by VP, so that is good. But this game is certainly gonna be a long one, because every single hero from both teams have buyback. It's not like the previous fight, and it's 66 minutes in the game. VP has a 33k gold lead, and General, he is playing pretty aggressively in the front. They managed to get the hook shot, and the Hogs out actually pushing that General, somewhat saving him. Even the Thundergod's Wrath got committed, popped out. So VP, they are scared of committing. They are waiting for this next Roche, and I don't know what they actually buy. Like, every hero from VP has an axe, besides the Enchantress, I guess. And Draw Ranger, what did he actually buy? He also went for V-Tune, actually going for that Aghanim Scepter as well. Has still 7k gold in his backpack. The Nimbus slightly, yep, and the Rocket Blade actually reveals V-Tune's position. And Navi are looking to get that final tier 5 item, most likely for this DP, Iceberg DP. But VP are wrapping around. They don't actually get the tier 5 item, unluckily. But General still wanting to go in to get that final item, to see what it is. So 6 people watching, guys, welcome to the chat. If you don't know, this might just be the only English caster you will get on YouTube, or else you will have to watch Twitch to see this tournament with that English caster, the official casters. And unfortunately, most of the YouTubers have been banned for using their official caster on while streaming. Well, General being gone on, but will be saved by by the 4 staff. Yeah, finally the last tier 5 item, Book of Dead. Pretty good item for pushing as well. It gives 30 strength and 30 intelligence. So yeah, that pretty much does it for tier 5 items. So, and look at the health pool, almost 4k health for this DP, so she is gonna be difficult to take down. And yeah, Navi finally smoking up. They wanna do something. They know the Roche has spawned and save again with this Ex Machina as well this time around. Has the Lifestealer infested, and what has Epileptic Kid? He still has 9k gold in his backpack, and Navi actually inside Roche. They are doing Roche pretty quickly, and we see in general just run design, and look at this 2-man hook shot getting the force, and Water gets murdered by this lineup of VP, and even Beaching, he is getting pressured. He does have the matter and dishing out heavy damage, but he is falling very low. Does they force a buyback, and Iceberg also very dead. The yeah, it looks bad. The lightning bolt actually missed on Iceberg, but the rocket actually managed to get the kill. And VP are chasing more. The Viper, he has the falling sky as well, and the life still infested inside him. But fortunately, but they got what they came for. They did manage to get forced buyback. Like, they forced out so many buybacks, and judging by the buyback status, only General and Iceberg have buyback, so it is gonna be an easy roll for VP. Again, 46 gold lead, 45k gold lead, 1000 gold lead for VP. 70 minutes into the game. This is gonna be a rough one, I'm telling you guys. And look at this General. He has the Divine Rapier with that Stygian Desolator. And actually they gave the Pirate had 2 Vengeful Spirit. And yeah, again that team fight saved with this hook shot, just controlling, totally dominating the fight. He got the hook shot onto the Lina plus the DP. It was on Dro, but thankfully Always Wanna Fly swapped him out. But this looks bad for VP. They don't have buyback on the Dro as well as Lina and the Venge, so they have to be very cool. And the Falling Sky play coming out from VP. They did manage up, and Dro is completely controlled by VP. Beautiful plays, and it looks over. General, he bought the Divine Rapier but unable to do anything. Iceberg, he is man fighting 1v5ing this team. He does have the Exorcism and is really tanky. Still has the Yule Scepter of the Book of Dead. But yeah, can Navi actually hold this? They do buyback on General. Iceberg actually surviving the burst coming out from VP, but yeah, it looks over. DM VP, Iceberg, he did blink in, and yeah, it's over. Yeah. VP, they did manage to close out this game, not in the way they wanted. It took 72 goddamn minutes, 69k lead for VP, and they take the game 1 of this series, VP versus Navi. Finally, it's over. My voice is fucking hurting, guys. Holy shit. I need some rest, and guys, make sure you subscribe. I really tried my best to cast this game as good as I possibly can. Fortunately, I am not the official caster, so I am not sure if you guys actually enjoyed my casting, but I really hope you did. So just listen, chill with some music while I rest my voice. guys, yeah, I see 5 people watching the stream right now. I'm really surprised that anyone is watching this stream. So if you are, you're willing to say who you are or chat, come and talk in the chat, feel free, guys, because I'm pretty alone. Like, there's no one talking. Yeah, let me know who you are so that I can thank you for watching the stream. Like yeah, it really gives me hope. Uh, like casting with 0 people watching and 5 people watching is completely different thing. Like, trust me, it's completely different feeling. Like the motivation you get, like, oh, 5 people are watching me, so yep, it makes me motivate me to try my best, which also helps me improve. So yeah, if there is anything you guys are curious of knowing, feel free to ask me in the chat while we wait for game 2 of VP versus NAVI. Holy shit. My voice, that game, man, it was a roller coaster. Like, yeah, holy shit. So guys, let me quickly check Twitch if to see if the draft has begun. So yeah, it's uh, if you guys want to watch the game more quickly without delay, you can always go to Twitch. Yep, I have put the links in the description. But yep, the draft hasn't actually begun, just started on Twitch, so it's gonna take a while for the draft to begin on YouTube, on the stream. It's gonna take a while, so yeah, bear with me. Yeah, so guys, 3 people watching. I'm really curious who you are. So the draft is almost over on Twitch, but yeah, it's gonna take a while on YouTube. Probably in the next 2 minutes or 2-3 minutes, I have to say. 2-3 minutes, there will be the game. There we go. The draft has started. So guys, do share the stream, cause this might possibly be the only English casting stream of this game on YouTube. So make sure you share with your friends who are wanting to watch it. And yeah, so let me turn off this music. And we have the in-game sounds, right? Yeah, we have it. So well, unfortunately I am not that good of an analyst, so I don't know that much about drafting and stuff like that, so I hope you guys help me out. And reminder that if you guys wanna watch the game without delay, you can always go to Twitch. Links are given below. So yeah, 3 people watching, so not many people, but still people. So one is me, so rest of the 2 who you might be, feel free to tell me about yourself. And if you type in Dota 2 live, there's only uh, Philippines casters and stuff like that, so this might possibly be the only English casting stream on YouTube. Well, I am not an official and I am not of that caliber, but I will definitely try my best to get to cast the best game I possibly can. I'm in the cast and giving all my best. Well, if no one's actually watching, I just might as well save my breath.
Clockwork! Dusk.
Phantom Assassin.
So welcome guys, I see 3 people watching the stream, so yeah, welcome to the stream. If you are new to the stream, I really hope you like and subscribe, because this might just be the only English casting stream on YouTube. The rest of the big guys are gone. They have been banned by the organizers of this tournament. So make sure you have been subbed to this channel, and also have turned on the notification so you will not miss any games of this tournament. And because I am looking forward to casting every single game of this tournament. So yeah, 5 people watching. I just saw them. Yeah, don't be shy. Come back to the stream. The draft is almost over. So the reason I have not been talking about the draft is most likely because I am not that much of an analyst. I am not that good at understanding the draft. So, but I will give my opinion. So this time around, VP Virtus Pro going for that Invoker last pick with that PA carry, and then of the same game as game 2, I mean as game 1, it's most likely gonna be the position 3 Viper with that Enchantress position 5 and Tusker on the position 4. And meanwhile Navi going for that same combo as game 1, Drow plus the Vengeful Spirit. But this time around they have the supports. I mean they went for the Clockwork and the Phoenix, so it is most likely gonna be a position 3 Clockwork and the 4 Phoenix. So what do they go for that last pick? An Iceberg Hero. And yep, the Doom has already been banned out. And what does he actually go for? He actually went for the DK, so that completes the lineup for Navi. And can they actually make a comeback? They lost game 1 against VP. It took a while for them to close out the game, but they did manage to take the win over Navi. And what is gonna be the story this game around? They have the same core, talking about Navi. Meanwhile, Virtus Pro actually going for a completely different approach from game 1, so we will have to wait and watch. So let me quickly, yeah, only 2 people watching right now, so that's unfortunate. But guys, if you are watching the stream, make sure you are subscribed and have turned on the notifications so you will be informed when I stream the games and try my best to cast in English for you guys on YouTube. And again, the reminder, if you want to go and watch without delay, there is always Twitch with the official casters. The links are given in the description below. So yeah, heading in this game 2, let's jump straight into it and immediately paused. The game has been paused. So let me try and fix my mic just a little bit. I think it's fine now. People are saying G, so yeah. Hello. So only one guy watching, 2 guy watching right now. So have fun. Friendly comments coming out from teams. So that is a good sign. Well, my mic is not that good, so bear with me, guys. Bear with me. Good luck, and we see Navi. All 4 heroes from Navi. I mean 5 heroes in this top jungle. Do they actually manage to get a pick off? Both teams waiting on the high ground for each other. Besides the PA, she is on this Radiant jungle in this bottom lane. And yep, Navi don't actually want to go for it, as they didn't actually get anyone to come up that high ground as bait. So only one people watching, so that is pretty unfortunate for me. So what is gonna be the status for bounty runes? It's most likely gonna be 2 for 2, as the PA is all alone in this bottom lane. So yeah, so we see no one is actually fighting, so it's gonna be an easy 2 for 2 trade in terms of the bounty runes. So we have the mid matchup DK versus the Invoker. So it's gonna be pretty even. The Invoker won't be able to harass the DK as much as he wants. So it's gonna be most likely an even matchup. Meanwhile, in this top lane, there are actually 3 heroes in this top lane. So always want to fight has to be very careful before he approaches this lane. And well, he does see a hero missing in this bot lane, so Navi putting on some pressure on this PA, and Enchantress, he TP's bot to help his carry out. And well, so not much action. I just moved the camera, and Phoenix Roger, he is very low in this bottom lane. Early harass coming out from this Enchantress plus the PA, and ability he actually went for it, and Blink will secure the first blood for VP. So Phoenix playing very aggressive when he actually didn't have the dive, and that early level 2 from in this bottom lane for VP, managing to secure the first blood for Enchantress. In my mid lane, Invoker is pretty low, but he is gonna be fine. So no one is actually watching the stream, so which makes me a little bit sad, but I guess it's fine. Well, 2 people watching right now, and again this bottom lane, so much pressure coming out from Epileptic Kid and the Enchantress on this bottom lane. Phoenix is still level 1, so he can't actually just run away. Meanwhile, mid lane, in terms of CS, they're pretty even, and with this creep wave, Phoenix finally has the level 2, so it's not gonna be easy like previous to get the kill on this Phoenix position 4. Meanwhile, top lane Viper plus the Tusk. Pretty scary lane around that level 2, level 3. Yep, and again this bottom lane pressure coming out from Enchantress on this Roger Phoenix, but he is fighting back the blink and the dive. Roger actually forced to use the dive, so he has to be careful until he has the dive again, because they might just jump him and get the kill like previously, like how they managed to do it earlier. Meanwhile, this time around, General being pressured, he has completed the urn as he went straight for it. So heavy pressure coming out from Enchantress on this Clockwork. Meanwhile, top lane, this time around, always on offline, actually managing to zone the heroes of VP away from the Drow Ranger, as well as saving himself. So unlike game 1 where he was getting caught off, well, it was a Clockwork game 1, so it's a different story, I guess. Meanwhile, bottom lane, General is very low. Not very, but pretty low. And I see. So wait, let me quickly change this. It's fine, and we see the shards coming out from save, but there is the rotation from Roger, the nice noble save, but Viper unfortunately will get caught up. Meanwhile, bottom lane, they are taking to pressure General, but no. So nice rotation from Roger, finally something for NAVI, managing to get the kill on DM on his Viper. So runes almost up. Enchantress, early game Enchantress puts a lot of pressure with this enchanted creep. Meanwhile, mid lane, in terms of CS, Iceberg is actually dominating GPK in terms of CS, and I see pings coming out in this top lane again. 3 versus 3. Enchantress has TP'd in this top lane for this rune fight, but unfortunately Navi won't be able to get it. The snowball, the stars on lands on Roger, but he does have the 5 spirits to slow him down, but the tag teams come out from Sev. guaranteeing the kill on the Roger Phoenix again. So yeah, meanwhile this bottom lane general is pretty low, but he is probably fine. But and in this mid lane, DK Iceberg, he has popped the dragon form, and will there be pressure on this mid tower? Rotations from BP are coming in, and yep, save wraps out from behind with that snowball plus the ice art, and yep, that's pretty much a dead iceberg. So nice rotation again coming out from VP save. This guy is very good in this position, for especially with his roaming heroes. Like just like in game 1 with the clockwork, he is doing a lot of heavy lifting in this early game. Yeah guys, only 2 people watching, so yeah, I'm not that much motivated to watch it, but I might just as well quit it.